Hi, I'm Phil, and here's my scores. First of all, I want to say miseries to us, you know. Me personally, I like winning. I've always said so. You know, no one really like losing, but there's something about winning. You know what I mean? It's just nice. Whether we win or we lose, I like it when we play together as a team and we give our best effort. The pitch to me was a bit crappy, and so even in goal you can see that there's some real rubbish things happening. But it was the same thing on the other end. You know what I mean? So it was a fair chance anyway. So we should have stepped up to the plate. Belvin, everyone knows that Belvin, last week was his first, this week is the second. He didn't play a lot today because he was in goal more often than not, right? He didn't get pressured on goal enough, so I can't really judge him heavy to say, oh, he's outshining in goal, but I know that that's his passion and that's what he loves, so he did stop a few good balls. Altogether, in terms of Belvin, today I'd give him maybe a 6.5, and I'll tell you why. I would drop him down 0.5 from last week, because he did come out on the pitch today, and I don't know if it's because they were a bit ahead or what, but I felt as if he wasn't giving his all. He sort of decided, alright, we won the game, and I'm just gonna take a chill. For me, I think if you have them down, crush them. You know what I mean? So you just play your best all the time. So I give Belvin a 6.5. Nathan, I think Nathan, and everyone should agree that Nathan, he hasn't played for a few weeks. This week when he played, I say that he stepped up. He's really stepping up. I remember when we started to play, like myself, Nathan, Adnan and so on, we're obviously in the bottom lot. So Nathan to me has stepped up a lot, which is what I would have expected to do. I was stepping up, but I seem to got a bit stagnant recently. But I give Nathan his props. So today, believe it or not, I rate Nathan on a 7 for his playing today. I give him that much. Dilwars to me, right? I'm going to be honest with you. Dilwars is a hard player, right? Everyone has got their talent and their abilities. It's a 5-a-side, and people say, all right, everyone should be able to do everything. But I look at Dilwars and I recognize Dilwars. He's got his strength. You know what I mean? He's got his weakness. Today, he played a bit more to his strength than in previous games where I've even got frustrated with him. Because what he's meant to do is to position himself and take hard shots. You understand? He's not really a penetrating player, in my opinion. He's one who's positioned himself and he bangs the ball in the goal. Now and then he gets around and he gets the ball on target. And more often than not today, I'm sure, maybe when you watch it, you might agree or disagree, but I'm sure that he was on more often than not. And I like his game today. So I'm going to give him a 7. Mark, alright. Mark, generally, Mark is one of my favorite players, and I'll tell you why. Because I love to see when players penetrate, right? Everyone have their desires. Me, I just love to see when a player is able to control the ball, penetrate. And penetrate not just meaning you pass a man, but penetrate meaning you make it all the way, you finish it, right? Today might not have been his best game, right? If you look on the lots pass, but he played as a team today, you know what I mean? So it doesn't mean because he didn't score the most goals that he didn't do, you know what I mean, the best or whatever. And today, I've been watching him. Sometimes he bangs me a bit around, you know what I mean? And today, I figured that he probably got a bit rough sometimes, yeah, but alright, let me cut to the chase. Today, I give him a 7. Alright, I honestly, that's from my heart, I give him a 7 today. Wally is a star player, man. You can't take that from him. You know what I mean? No matter what. Nobody say. Everyone have on and off games, but Wally's definitely a star player. And today he was on. You know what I mean? And when he came, he gave us a lot of it, man. And today I step him up to at least an 8. I'm telling you the truth. I give Wally an 8 for his game today. He was on it. You know what I mean? And he never gave up. I rate him for that. Right, Abdus is our captain, and I think the leadership skill is very essential. So we lost, so there's no way, of course, I'm going to rate us the same way as the other team. But Abdus, he's got something about him that I like. What? Let me first start by saying, today, as opposed to other days, I noticed that Abdus, he was at least listening. You understand? There has been time when I figured he knew what he's about. And sometimes that happens in captain. You just say, oh, do this, do that. But today, at least he was willing to shift. When we said, oh, this is not working, let's play diamond, at least he was willing to give that much. And, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Fine, maybe it didn't work as much, but I figure if you watch it, I think there are times when we have our ups and when we have our success. You know what I mean? So, Abdus today, as our captain, I give him, he always plays his best. Today, I think a little bit serious about this, but Abdus today, I give him a 6.5. Yeah, I think that's fair. I give him a 6.5 for today. Because we didn't win, but he played, I think he was the most successful player today, in my opinion. Give and take, yeah, but yeah, he played his game. Asad Lightman is more of a defensive player, right? One of his strengths though, however, when he gets to midfield, he does make some good passes, right? And he knows the strategy of the game. The only thing is, with Asad, sometimes he would shout one thing, and then someone else is shouting another thing, and then it sort of confuses you. So he's shouting a bit too much, and you get a bit confused, you know what I mean? Today, he kept his cool a little bit more than previous times. So, today we played a little better as a team, no matter if we lost. I think we played fairly well as a team today. And it is because of reasons like that. Communication is very necessary, you know, and him and Abdus communicating helped a lot because they're the two main leaders, I would say. And so, Asad today, he didn't shoot a lot of goals, no. One or two missed chances. I felt like there are times when even though we were shouting to keep up the pace, to make sure we bring it to them and that I noticed, because I was back, and I noticed that he sort of was standing a bit, you know what I mean? Everyone knows, we don't have a striker team. And the one thing we needed to do was to penetrate. And people who are better controller of the ball need to be up there more than to be back. So yes, he's a defensive player, as he basically says, but because you've got to be able to step up sometime and he has the ability, I figured he should have been up there a little bit more, at least to help. Today I'm going to rate him high, you might not like it, but today I figured that Asad could have given a little bit better. In concluding Asad, I would say that Asad, you know what I mean, again, I'm going to rate you high, but today I figured you could have given a bit more. So I'm going to give you a 5.5 Asad, you know what I mean? Take it, do the best you can, but I'm going to rate you high, 5.5. Jay, you know what? Everyone is going to be higher than Jay. You know why? Because we played with Jay before, and he's played better. You know what I mean? And today, no matter what skill you have, Alan, alright, people have bad days, and you know what I mean? But no matter what skill you have, if you can't use it when it's needed, it's no point. You know what I mean? We know Jay can play better than that, and today he wasn't given it. And mostly, I mean, I don't like to shout, you know what I mean? Because I'm not the best of players, but I was even shouting at Jay today because I knew that he could have penetrated more. You know what I mean? He has good control of the ball. He has finished. Why wasn't he doing it? Jay was being lazy today. You know what I mean? He was being very lazy. And Jay, next time we play, you just got to disprove me if you like. But honestly, man, I think you could have done a lot better today. So I'm going to rate you high, and I'm going to give you a 4 today, Jay. Alan today, alright, everyone was having a little bit of go at Alan because, like myself, in the goal, we were failing a bit in the goal today, some easy shot got through, sorry. But out on the pitch, Alan, again, I've seen better game at Alan, you know what I mean? Today, I didn't think he particularly failed, as per se, he didn't collapse today. But everyone needed to give a bit more. In terms of your standard from the past and what you played today, I think, Alan, I'm going to give you at least a 5.5, right? I'm going to say why as well. As I said before, you could have given a lot more, you know what I mean? It's time that perhaps you should have taken the lead, you know what I mean? And penetrate. If you see Jay wasn't working, you have the ability. You should have done it, you know, because you have ball control, you have the finish, you know what I mean? Play up front. It came later in the game, You know what I mean? As you see, went up front and penetrated a bit. But maybe if that had happened a bit earlier on, we at least would have had a better score. So yeah, 5.5 for you, man. Right, Philly has a strength, right? And Philly has too many weaknesses. You know what I mean? But like any captains, you know what I mean? As long as they've been able to sort of capitalize on my strength, more often than not, I've been on the winning team after admitting myself. And one of my strengths is I've got energy and I'm quick. You know what I mean? So if you notice, watch the games, you see me intercept a lot of passes. You know what I mean? Today the game was a bit different. So at one point in time, I tried to play my regular game and run about as I normally did. Went up front, but I'm not an up front player, and there was no one really who was that, you know, taking the ball and finishing it. You know what I mean? So I was failing up front, came back, tried to play, ran about a bit. When we did the diamond head, it was mainly me in the back. Wasn't still quite working. Felt a little bit comfortable at one point in the sense that, you know, without saying too much, but just to explain, in the sense that we sort of were getting our rhythm. But me myself, man, I think by now, for all the game I've played, I can do a lot better than that, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna rate myself high, and in rating myself high, I'm gonna go and try and sort myself out and try and do a lot better. So I'm gonna give myself a 5 today, out of the whole game. And I think I was just about halfway there, so I'm giving myself a 5. And so, in terms of the winning team, just to wrap up, it did well. If anyone is honest, you know what I mean, everyone would have said from the start it is the strongest team. But like I told our captain today, listen, the West Indies team, they've got talent, you know what I mean? And, you know, Chandler Paul is the best batsman in the world. Brian Lara, you know, all of these champions, for 15 years now, they've been losing games. Why? Because the team effort, the general effort, it's not working. It's a scientific game. I tried to do that. I tried to tell our captain that today. He took it, I believe. He accepted it, and I guess he tried. And to some extent it worked, it didn't work. But at the end of the day, better team won. What can I say? You know what I mean? So I give Jack his jacket. But listen what? We're coming, and we're coming hard. So get ready for us, bro. Because we are ready to tear up.
Belvin. I'm giving Belvin a 7, considering he was in goal most of the time. Nathan, I'll give him a 7. Wally, 7.5. Created the balls, scored goals. Mark ran like a pig right towards the end, so 6.5. No, I'm joking, 7.
7.
6.5. I missed a lot of goals being the striker, but I could have done better.
She's honest, eh?
Abdus, well, he got his team up, so I'll give him around a 7. Asad, I'll give him 6.5, because most of the time he wasn't even concentrating on the game.
Was really low.
Alan, I'll give him a 6. Jay, I'll give him a 5. Phil, I'll give him a 6.5 because he's grafting for the ball.